All right, YouTube, what's up? If you guys are watching here on the rerun, the repeat, today we're going to talk about or preview the it's week 2 of MLS games. Um, Last Monday, if you missed it, the video, find it on the channel. MLS Mondays are back with the segment where we talk about, where we cover the recap of the weekend of MLS. So that's how that goes. So just gonna wait for everyone to drop in if anybody comes, um, and see how the live stream is gonna go. I have not done a live stream in such a freaking long time, but let's just wait for a couple more people to come. And if you guys come join in, please start commenting because I'd love to talk to you guys. I would love to hear any questions about this week 2 of MLS or any questions in general. I would love to answer and just hang out with you guys. Just a quiet Friday night. Figure, you know what? Why not go live stream with the boys with the Drew crew? So that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. I can't wait for week 2 of MLS. Let me just disconnect myself out of this screen so I can see myself and see the games and shit like that. Now I'm saying I hope you guys can hear me going, oh, what's up? We got some people showing up. The Drew crew is here. What's up, DMFN Human? What's up, Edgar? What's up, Jonathan? Yo, beautiful. Montreal or Dallas, don't worry, bro. We're going to get to that in a second. Let me just get myself organized and get all my stuff together. And then we're going to go right into it. Let me just wait for a couple more people to show up because you don't want those people to miss it. You know what I'm saying? Love to see you guys here. Hope you guys like MLS Mondays because that is a segment that I really am excited to start doing this Monday. MLS Mondays number 2 or episode 2. We're going to cover this, of course, week 2, see how that's going or how that turns out. Of course, today is going to be the preview, so that's what we're doing. It's weird to be live because now I can't cut stuff out. I'm like, oh, I messed up saying that. Now I have to retake that, but who cares? This is the real Drew, okay? All right. Got 5 people here. That's a lot for me. That's a lot. I'm not a giant YouTuber, but this is a lot. Everyone here was watching. You guys all mean a lot to me, and supporting the channel really means a lot. So thank you. All right, go Red Bulls, Mr. Cheese, Mr. Cheese Man. I love cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant, so then I have to go to the bathroom after. All right, let me get set up because I want to get right to it. People who missed it, I'm sorry, but at least you can watch it on the rerun, on the re-queue of this video after I start going live. You guys will see it on the channel. So let's just start going first. First game this weekend on Saturday is going to be New England Revolution hosting Chicago Fire. Both of these teams really didn't impress me too well in the first week. Both of these teams losing. Chicago Fire, of course, losing in the last seconds away from home against Seattle Sounders because of Jordan Morris's heroics, his brace heroics. And then New England Revolution, of course, losing 2-1 as well in their game. But I think Bruce Arena at home, he might have the edge with New England Revolution. But you know what? It could be a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw. So my official rating is going to be New England Revolution versus Chicago Fire. Probably a 1-1 draw. All right, next game. Oh, we got some more people showing up. Woo, yeah. Both won't make playoffs. Yeah, Mr. Cheeseman, New England and Chicago Fire probably both not going to make playoffs this season. And I say that and I forget who I put in my playoff spot in my Eastern Conference prediction because the first week of MLS, lots of teams showed me some different skills. Lots of teams showed me like that they're different from last year. I'm like, you know what? This team looks like it's going to be stronger this year than it was last year just based off the first performances. So it kind of got like, jumbled up in the brain. All right, let's see what's going on. Bro, MLS this year about to be lit. Combat analysis, definitely. MLS, for some reason, I feel like it's such a different league this year. I feel like it's just there's something different going on in MLS this season that I'm excited about, and I'm really going to be excited to keep covering these games with you guys. Hey, Montreal fan Samuel. I hope your boys win for you today. Or tomorrow, sorry. Where do y'all watch the game? Combat analysis, I watch the game on ESPN Plus. I subscribe. I think it's like $5 a month. I mean, it's all right. You get to see all the games for the most part. The big games, usually like Atlanta or LAFC games or LA Galaxy games, usually if they're not against like big, like small teams, they're usually on like the regular ESPN or like sometimes Fox Sports, I want to say, but usually it's always like on the regular ESPN channel or ESPN Plus. So that's where you guys can check it out. I've never had this much hype for MLS. Yeah, for real, this much hype. Like, I feel so hyped for MLS this season. I don't know what it is, but that's a good sign. That means that the league is growing. That means that all of us here are doing our part, and that's what matters. So we covered New England Revolution, Chicago Fire. Let me just get everything set up here so I don't like look like a complete dumbass by not knowing my facts. All right, who we got next? We got Real Salt Lake and New York Red Bulls. The cool thing about live streams is that you guys get to see me prepare for what I'm about to say live. I don't have to cut this part out. All right, we got Real Salt Lake, who actually were disappointed in the first week away at Orlando City. 0-0 draw. Nothing really happened there. The only game that opening week that didn't have a single goal in its game, so that was kind of disappointing in itself. Real Salt Lake really not looking too good so far. I don't think I really predict them to finish too high in the Western Conference. But going at home against New York Red Bulls, the team who won opening weekend, I think that New York Red Bulls won 3-2 against FC Cincinnati. I do think that New York Red Bulls is gonna at least get a slim win away from home against Real Salt Lake. So if you guys are asking for numbers, I'm gonna go with 2-1 New York Red Bulls. Let's check the chat. Am I more of a supporter or a fan? You mean like fan of the league or supporter of the league? I kind of am more of like a fan of the league. I'm a fan. If you're wondering what team I'm a fan of, I'm a Philadelphia Union fan. I live in Pennsylvania, so it's just common for me and like my family, everybody to really be into Philadelphia sports. So I'm gonna go. I'm a fan of the league itself and a fan of the Union, boy. CONCACAF Champions League next week has me. Yo, thanks for reminding me. I got to go. CONCACAF Champions League coverage preview video is going to be on Sunday night. Make sure you guys are watching that because it's going to be a crazy quarterfinal matchups with all the MLS teams we've got going up against a lot of Liga MX teams. And you guys know that is very scary. All right. Who do we got next? CONCACAF Champions League is definitely lit, Kiddig. 2-1 nice from New York Red Bulls. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure we're on the same page. New York Red Bulls will come away with at least a 2-1 win away at Salt Lake City. Next game in line is this goes out to my boy. Where'd he go? Yeah, my boy Jonathan. FC Dallas hosting the Montreal Impact. Now this game, I was like before I came on the live stream, I was looking at the games I'm going to talk about, and I was like, this game, it's going to be tough to call because both of these teams really impressed me as of recently. FC Dallas totally destroying my Philadelphia Union in the opening weekend. Montreal Impact having a great round of 16, 2 games in the CONCACAF Champions League, and also having a good opening weekend in the MLS. Both of these teams coming off their first win in their first game of the season. FC Dallas at home, though, with Thierry Henry as the Montreal Impact manager who's looking to finally get his team playing the way he wants them to play. Bojan, of course, doing pretty well with Montreal Impact. But also, FC Dallas has got the youth. They've got Jesus Ferreira, Paxton Pomykal, like Reggie Cannon, Jesus Gonzalez in goal. Like, I'm going to go with a slim 1-0 win for FC Dallas. Sorry, Jonathan, but I think that's it. I think, Samuel, who was a Montreal fan. I think Montreal might fall here to FC Dallas. But that you also got to take into account, Montreal Impact has a big CONCACAF Champions League game midweek after this game. So then they might like have one eye on this game and also one eye on that CCL game as well midweek. So their focus could be off, and also they could not be starting all their main starters. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I wouldn't be surprised if FC Dallas comes away with a win. Let's see who else. Underrated game. Montreal 2-2. Montreal 2-2. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Montreal tied 2-2 away at FC Dallas. I think that's actually pretty reasonable as well. Yeah, Edgar, I think you're right. Montreal Impact all of a sudden looking like contenders for the Eastern Conference. That is true. Like, you know, I don't think I put them in the playoff spot in my Eastern Conference video prediction. So I might have to reevaluate that. You know, at the end of the season, I will make an update reacting to my Eastern Conference and Western Conference predictions to see how the league actually turned out from my predictions. So Montreal Impact might really be in the playoff spot, like pretty well cemented in there if they keep playing the way they're playing. Yes, your LAFC is gonna play my Union, and that's scary. All right, so next up we've got to DC United hosting Inter Miami. Inter Miami, of course, first season in MLS as a professional soccer team here in America. Didn't win their first game. I believe they were away at LAFC. They lost 1-0, but now they're going away to DC United, another team who I am really rating highly this season to really finish high during this campaign. I think despite DC United losing 2-1 in the last seconds against Colorado at home in DC, I still think they have enough quality in the squad, more so than Inter Miami does, to really be able to pull out and edge out a win here over Inter Miami. So I'm going to go ahead and say a comfortable 2-0 win for DC United at home against Miami. 1-1 DC, maybe. Yeah, that could be, but I just see DC being a little bit better right now and being more of a team than Miami, because Miami still, is fresh. All these players who come in have never really played together, so they're all still learning about each other. They're all managers still learning about them. Like, they're all still trying to figure out what kind of team they are. So that could, mess them up in this game and have them lose against DC United. That's why I went with 2-0 for DC. Well, Miami. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Miami being a good team as well. David Beckham really worked hard and went through a lot of BS to get this team to where it is today, and that's, an official MLS team. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Next up, 5:00 Saturday afternoon, I'll be working. Toronto FC hosting New York City FC. Another game where I feel like it can go either way. I forget that. I believe Toronto tied their first opening game, and so did New York City FC. Let me just double check my notes real quick. Yeah, Toronto away at San Jose, 2-2 draw. Yeah, that's not that bad. And New York City, New York City FC, I forgot. They lost against Columbus away from home. Columbus Crew, a team that a lot of you guys are saying looks like the real deal, looks like they could finish really high up in this Eastern Conference this season. I'm totally on board. I ranked them pretty high in my Eastern Conference prediction video. But Toronto FC and New York City FC, I'm just going to go for a draw. I think these two teams, Toronto a big team, New York City FC a big team, the top team of the Eastern Conference last year. I think that this year, they still are a good team, but I think that this will be a pretty nullified game. It's probably let's go for a 1-1 draw between the both teams. That sounds fair enough to me. All right, let's take a quick break from the prediction. Look at the chat real quick. By the way, if you guys are just joining me, you guys can ask me anything about any MLS games coming up this weekend or anything about U.S. soccer, your boy Drew's life, or any European soccer as well. I know it all, kind of. Let's see. Let's check the chat real quick. 2-1 Toronto. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Toronto at home is very, very strong, so that could be a very big possibility. New York City FC already lost their first away game away from home, so they could have that going against them as well. Lost red card. Did you see the video? I have seen fans making fun of Beckham. Yes, I did see the video on Twitter, but by the way, follow me on Twitter at DrewB_. Drew B with 2 W's and B like Bumblebee and an underscore. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. They were chanting at him. He was in the stands all by himself. First of all, why is David Beckham by himself in the stands? That just looked weird. But it was kind of funny. I'm pretty sure it was just lighthearted banter. If not, then I totally read that situation wrong. Rapids a dark horse. Okay, yeah, Colorado Rapids, a team that I really have no faith in, but that big win away from home against DC United in the first game kind of has my eye on them. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're not as bad as I think they are, but also that last minute goal looked pretty lucky to me. So the jury for me is still out for Colorado Rapids. Will we see Giovanni Reyna play for Reyna for the U.S. national team? Yeah, he would definitely eventually play for the USA national team. Will it be this year? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. if Josie Outdoor can't keep fit, if Yazzie Zardes is still really terrible, I can definitely see Giovanni Reyna really becoming a very mainstay for the USA national team, senior team, that is. And that's going to be good because we have a lot of youngsters coming through the ranks that really deserve a spot, or at least a cap to see what they can bring to the table for the U.S. men's national team. Yeah, Colorado Rapids could be a dark horse. You're not too sure about Columbus, though. I just, I don't know why. It's just something weird about Columbus, but they got me thinking that they could be something different this year. Who do you think? Oh, okay, this is a topic that I was wondering if I should make a whole video about this. But I was like, you know what? There's not enough speculation. There's also not enough strikers out there to replace it. So anyway, this is from ATL 333. Who do I think who do I think Atlanta should get? Well, there's rumors that Carlos Baca from Villarreal is going to come and sign a contract with Atlanta to replace Joseph Martinez because of his injury. I don't know. I'm not too sure how long he will be out yet. If it's out, let me know how long his injury will be. He might miss the whole season. I don't know. But if you know, update me in the comments, please. But Carlos Baca to MLS or to Atlanta United. I mean, Carlos Baca was like a really good striker, but I don't know too much about him as of late. I don't know what kind of player he is. I know he's not the favorite striker right now out of Villarreal, so that tells you that he's not a favorite. That tells you that his form is dropping. That tells you that he's not the same striker he was 4 or 5 years ago. And he was a really big, imposing threat in La Liga. Being a Barcelona fan, I have been supporting this team for over 10 years now. So I've been watching La Liga, week in and week out. So I know the teams. I know what teams are good. I know what teams are falling from grace. I know what teams are really doing well. And I know a lot of players who play for all these random teams in La Liga. So Carlos Baca was a name a couple years ago that was this guy's a pretty good striker. Went to to Milan at some point, but I don't know if he'd be a good fit. And they're also saying Daniel Sturridge could come to MLS. First of all, I don't know why MLS is obsessed with getting these washed up players that we don't need right now. Daniel Sturridge, the guy made of glass? No, thank you. Carlos Baca, a guy who, first of all, a lot of American soccer fans will not know. Second of all, a lot of theories point that he's not as good as he once used to be. No, thank you. Who do I think they should pick? I don't know. Maybe someone like Mario Balotelli. I know he's kind of not a fan favorite, but also he's having a hard time, in Italy right now. He's playing for like a team who's in the bottom of the table. He's a player who I think should have made the move to MLS this past season where his contract was expired the year before, so he had a chance to come for free, but he did not. I think, he was overhyped in the past, but I still think he's grown into himself. I still think he can have some kind of leadership, some kind of pace on him, some kind of good finishing ability, some of the best penalty taker ever. But I still think that, off the top of my head, Mario Balotelli, good player. Why not, right? If you guys have any more suggestions on who you guys think Atlanta should get, let me know in the comments right here. But quick break from the comments. Let's get back to this MLS second week. Next game we have, of course, Atlanta United hosting FC Cincinnati, the team who I think is going to finish bottom of the Eastern Conference once again, going up against a team who might top the Eastern Conference this year. I'm going to go ahead and say, even without Joseph Martinez, that might help them get a boost into, proving that, yes, they can still be scoring goals even without Joseph in the team. So I think they have a big statement to prove against Cincinnati in this game. Like, yeah, Joseph, our main guy, our star player, our star striker is gone. But you know what? We will still be able to win games and score goals. So I think they're going to go out full force here, even with the game in hand out of midweek for the CCL. I think United will win comfortably 3-0 against Cincinnati at home. Let's see. One more before we get to the comments. Let's go to San Jose Earthquakes hosting Minnesota United. San Jose drawing at home against Toronto FC. Minnesota United winning their opening game. I still think Minnesota is a different kind of team. I still think Minnesota is a team who kind of established himself kind of last year. Kind of fell off a bit, but, I still think they have a lot of quality in their team to at least get by San Jose. But I think then again, we got the best MLS player of all time, in my opinion, Chris Wondolowski, because he's got the most goals in MLS. So Let's go for San Jose, Minnesota United, 2-2 draw. All right, quick break from that. We got a couple games left to cover, but your boy Drew has some comments to cover first. So let's see where we left off. Who do I think? Yes. Atlanta's going to win 2-0. Yeah, I'll give you one more. 3-0 Atlanta. Pulisic is back in training. Yes, another topic I was kind of thinking about talking about, and that is the injury list of our national team players. We got players like Christian Pulisic, of course, coming back from injury. Tyler Adams, another player. Like those two players are going to be huge um, key parts to our senior national team. Tyler Adams in the midfield could play right back. Christian Pulisic, our star wonder boy. Like they've been out for a while with injuries, and kind of worries me because I don't want them to be injury prone. Whereas like a Josie out there, like they're doing good, and once they start becoming even better, they get injured. And I really would not like to see that, because Pulisic and Adams have high potential right now for the national team. They've got high potential in European soccer. Like that means that's good. If they're rated highly in Europe, then they're rated even more highly here in the States for our USA national team. Who do you think Orlando's going to do? Wait, how do you think Orlando's going to do? Oh, did I cover Orlando yet? No. Orlando's coming up, buddy. Don't worry. Dominic Jimenez, who do you think is going to be the next? Who is the next big U.S. player to get it to a good European team? The next player. I would love to see Paxton Pomykal go. I would love to see Jesus Ferreira. Those two players, just off the top of my head, I would love to see them go make the switch over to USA. I mean, to European soccer, just because like they're young. Maybe stay one more season here in MLS to get like more comfortable in your skills and abilities, but also then after go and try and improve your skills elsewhere with a more competitive league. And yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. MLS is not as competitive as maybe the Premier League or La Liga even or Bundesliga. Like those are some leagues that really will test our USA players to their fullest abilities, week in and week out. During the summer transfer window, what is your prediction for the next big designated player to sign with MLS, specifically Miami? Oh, so in the summer window. Yeah, that's I have not, first of all, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not thought that far ahead yet. So I'm too busy talking about CONCACAF Champions League or the new weeks of MLS or any recent news coming out from MLS. But next big player, like people are, maybe Luka Modric could be a player coming this summer. That could be something going on there. Apparently, Daniel Sturridge is really trying to make a move here to MLS, even though he's banned from playing all soccer of all sorts because of his gambling problem or whatever. So maybe by the summer he'll be legally able to play. But like for the most part, the biggest player probably Luka Modric. They keep linking him here to MLS, so I feel like eventually it's just gonna happen, just like Chicharito did, just like freaking Ibrahimovic was. Like they kept linking him, and then eventually it happened. Is there any chance in the future to watch MLS at Copa Libertadores? Greetings from Mexico. Yo, what's up, bro? From Mexico, Carlos. ¿Cómo está, hermano? Copa Libertadores, dude. First of all, I'm gonna be honest. Liga MX teams and MLS teams would have a lot of trouble competing in the Copa Libertadores because like that we have big teams from Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Chile. Just think about their national teams. Those are all really, really good, strong national teams. Argentina, really not so much. They have Messi saving them all the time. But for the most part, these teams are really, really strong. So they're like their core league should also be strong. And it's shown that like these teams are actually really good. So any chance for our MLS teams to play in a Copa America? Maybe not in the recent years. Maybe like I don't know. I feel like CONCACAF Champions League should be like really, really have a big setback, whereas it's not as competitive or it's not like as watched or talked about or even wanted to talk about as much. Then MLS might be like, hey, you know what? Let's make, because it's all about money. So if they think, CONCACAF Champions League is not making us a lot of money, which the winner does not make a lot of money at all. I think if they make like $1 million, and that's not a lot for a team. If they're not making a lot of money playing in the CCL, they'd be like, you know what? We could probably switch over and play to the Copa Libertadores. We'll get annihilated, but at least we'll get some money and some revenue there and some reputation to really keep doing it year in and year out. So, That might be the only way out for MLS teams, or the only way in for MLS teams. Sema Piatti is a player unrated. Do you think it's true? Piatti? Yeah, I would agree with he's a little underrated. I think he should be talked about more than he is on his team, but he's really not. Sorry, I gotta eat my sweet tarts. Collab with the MLS Zone. Dude, I think me and MLS Zone have talked about it. But collabing, I would totally collab with MLS Zone. He's energetic. I'm energetic. He loves MLS. I love MLS. So I would not mind making a video with him one day. If you guys know him, you guys go watch his videos, which I watch his videos sometimes, and I see you guys in the comment section. Some of you guys watch my videos and his videos, so that should be your part. Like, hey, collab with Kicking It with Drew. That'd be really great. I wouldn't mind. I'll always love help trying to grow MLS here in America. I got lost. Sorry. Let's see. Should Willian come to MLS? Willian from Chelsea, with like 30 years old or something. You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. There was like rumors that Barcelona wanted to buy Willian like last summer, and I was against it because Willian is not a player that fits Barcelona's style, not a player that Barcelona really need right now. Maybe now they do, but back then they didn't really need him. So I really didn't like Willian too much like that. But for MLS sake, I think that'd be good. I think he would absolutely destroy this league. His pace, his skill on the ball, it'd be really good. They could talk about him like the Brazilian star here in MLS. Like I think he would be one of the best players and definitely the best Brazilian player and South American player probably in MLS besides like Joseph Martinez and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think Willian would succeed here in MLS. Now, is what team you should go for? Another question for another video. I gotta do research on that. Unless you guys have some suggestions, I don't care. How do you think Montreal will do this season? Okay, I think I covered this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again because you maybe weren't here. Montreal Impact this season, I think. I think I think I ranked them in 8th place, not making the playoffs at all in the Eastern Conference. But I think the way they're playing in the CONCACAF Champions League, the way they played in the first opening game, I was like surprised. And Thierry Henry, I'm pretty sure they lost a lot of their preseason games, so I was like had no hope for them. But seeing those last 3 games under Thierry Henry's belt with Impact, I was like, you know what, this team could finally be turned into something that is special and could be something that really other teams need to watch out for, especially in the Eastern Conference. Let's see. Atlanta 3-0. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Ooh. Cam, bro. Good question. Should South America be the recruiting ground for MLS? Hex yeah. Hex yeah. A triple hex yeah. Because, look, Liga MX has done that for years now. They're recruiting. European teams have done that. They send their recruiters and their scouts down there to South America to pick up their next Brazilian star, their next Argentinian star, or Colombian striker, whatever. So that is the good ground, a good area to really scout some players that could, before they make the big jump to European soccer, they could start off like play for another a league where, no offense, but like they get more marketable ability here in MLS, like it's shown more in the USA with like a bigger market than a team like say in Venezuela, right? Like I feel like in that league they don't get as much marketability. They don't have the money to really market their team around the world like that. But MLS obviously does. So if they want to go and make that start, make that little pit stop here in MLS, and then jump over to European soccer like Miguel Almiron did, I think that'd be really good. I mean, and they would help the league grow like Miguel Almiron did. I think, I would love that. Definitely scout some more South American talent because South American talent is probably the best talent out there besides, well, like Spain or Germany. Since he's going to try hard. They will definitely try hard. The new striker, Lucadia, hopefully he can actually make an appearance in this game. I don't know. Yeah, Miles Austin. If Atlanta get a draw at home against Cincinnati, a team who finished like dead last season, shame on you. Then if I was an Atlanta fan, I would be very worried that without Joseph Martinez, even at home, we can't beat a team like Cincinnati. That is worrying. Let's go over to the preview real quick. Let's get this over with because this is what the whole video is mainly about. You guys are asking lots of good questions. I'm gonna get distracted. I'm like a goldfish. I have a short memory or something like that. Anyway, Saturday game, another game. Sporting Kansas City hosting Houston Dynamo. I'm going with Sporting Kansas City win. Explain why. Kansas City is just a better team. Sorry. Oh, sorry. This is the team that has Tab Ramos, Houston Dynamo. Houston Dynamo actually might get a draw here. Sorry. I was thinking about Houston Dynamo from last season. This season with Tab Ramos, the youth international USA coach, or the ex-coach. He I hope makes some good waves here in MLS as a coach, and hopefully he carries Houston to a good finish in their Western Conference. Could be a draw. I wouldn't be surprised. Here we go. Colorado Rapids, Orlando City. Good game. Good game. If there was no game last week, I would say Orlando City wins slightly 1-0 away from home. But because of the way Colorado played last weekend, I'm going Colorado Rapids 1-0 win at home against Orlando City. Quote me on that. Colorado will beat Orlando City. And if I'm wrong, on MLS Monday, this Monday, we're going to cover all these games, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. I'm sure if you guys are here, you're subscribed, so love you guys. By the way, on Monday, I will be so embarrassed if Orlando actually come out with a big win away from home against the Rapids. All right, another big game here. A lot of you guys probably excited. A lot of you LA fans. LA Galaxy hosting Vancouver Whitecaps. I think this will be an easy win for the Galaxy at home. Maybe Chicharito Hernandez might get his first goal for the LA Galaxy at home. That would be fantastic for the fans, for him, for MLS. They're going to freaking love it. Look, I'm a Chicharito fan. I don't mind him coming here to MLS. I vouched for him to come to MLS for years now. But I don't know, man. He didn't impress me in the first game. He just doesn't seem like the player he used to be. And he's not. He's not the same goal striker he was back in his Man United days where he was freaking ripping it up as a super sub under Ferguson. But now, he's first of all, I see him everywhere in the media. Like he's trying to replicate Zlatan so bad. It just you can tell that he's trying. Zlatan was just doing it because he's fucking Zlatan. That's why he's doing it. But Chicharito's doing it just because I feel like LA Galaxy wants to keep pushing that kind of player on the USA media like that. So that's just it's weird to me. But LA Galaxy, easy, probably 3-1 win against Vancouver. Then we got Seattle Sounders hosting Columbus Crew. Another very, very good game. Jordan Morris seems to be on fire right now with Seattle hosting Columbus Crew. Seattle Sounders, crashed out of the CONCACAF Champions League. So all they got to worry about is MLS and MLS Cup and stuff like that. But at home against Columbus Crew, despite Columbus Crew looking really nice and really looking like a team that could surprise many fans here in MLS, I'm going to go with Seattle Sounders winning 2-1 win for Seattle. Jordan Morris gets at least one goal. Then we got two more games on Sunday, which I'll be able to watch, thankfully. And then that Sunday night, I will record MLS Mondays and post it hopefully early in the morning on Monday since I'm off on Monday, so means I can stay up late. March 8th, Sunday, Portland Timbers hosting Nashville SC. New team, Nashville, again, did not win their first opening game. Their goalkeeper, by the way, should have been sent off. Portland Timbers, easy win, I think, at home for Nashville. Against Nashville. And then the big game. Here we go. Your boy Drew's favorite team, Philadelphia Union, away from home against LAFC. Philadelphia Union coming away with a 5-0 win away from home. I don't care what you say. The Union are going to beat LAFC 6-0 now. Just kidding. The Union is going to lose at least probably 2-1 away from home against LAFC. Who am I trying to kid? So that's it. That's a wrap up for the preview of round 2. I'm going to have to watch this video again on the replay to make sure I jot my notes down on what teams I picked to win and how I picked them to win. So then on MLS Mondays, I can react to my predictions. But for now, let's head over to the chat and see what kind of questions you guys got for your boy Drew. The Drew Crew. All right, I'm lost. This went a little more than I thought it was. All right. Thoughts on Victor Wanyama joining Montreal? Yo, big acquisition here from Montreal. Victor Wanyama, strong center defensive midfielder, pretty successful, pretty decent player, I think, from the Premier League, from Tottenham Hotspur. He played pretty well at Southampton, played, I think, even better at Spurs. Now comes to MLS, which actually was a surprise. I didn't see Wanyama on the news at all. But now that he's here, of course, everyone in MLS is talking about it, like, the news outlets, I mean. But I think he'll do really well. I think he will fit really well here, fit in really well here in Montreal and against, under Thierry Henry. I think that's a strong center defensive midfield that they need to really keep that midfield intact and to make some good cut passing lanes and some good tackles. Good job, Montreal. Good question, Anthony Manzano. Who do you think will replaces Josie Altidore as their center forward when he retires from the national team? Damn it. And it looks like he's already trying to retire from the national team because he was on like Sports Center already being a host. Like, that's scary. I want to go ahead and say just pick the easy outlet and say Josh Sargent, but I don't know. Every time Josh Sargent is like playing, let me just check my things real quick because I feel like I'm getting stuff wrong all the time. Josh Sargent is not a player who I think is like impressing me whatsoever. Not impressing me. Like he's young, he's got a lot to learn, he's got a lot of experience to gain, and I feel like the games he's put in, he doesn't really do that well because I feel like he's put in the wrong situation at the wrong time, and that's Greg Berhalter's fault, not Josh Sargent's part. You can go maybe with Timothy Weah. Sorry, I needed to look up USA strikers because I'm having a break. When I'm live on TV, live on YouTube, I forget everything. But Timothy Weah, yes, another player who I'm concerned about his injuries. He's again injured, I think, for almost the rest of the season this year. Like, that's scary. This guy has had so much potential on him that now it just seems like he might not even be the player that we think he's going to be or the player that we want him to be. So that's scary. Timothy Weah is not going to be the striker. Jesus Ferreira, perhaps. He could be, but I feel like he's a player who plays off of a bigger striker. He's not like the main center forward, not like the main huge number 9. It's scary. It will be say, I don't know. No, it's so hard to see like or predict who I think could be because as a striker, that is where we are very, very in short supply of. And I had a video about this talking about our striker problem and how I think we don't really have anybody coming up through the ranks who really is making a case for themselves. I hope that answered your question. Drew, Argentina is arguably better without Messi. They have Dybala, Paredes, Agüero, Di Maria, etc. They always try Mexico. Yes, but also Mexico is, in the scheme of things, elsewhere outside of CONCACAF is not as strong as we think they are. Just like we're not as strong as we think we are outside of CONCACAF. But Argentina, yes, they play better without Messi because when Messi's in the team, this team is like obsessed with him creating and finishing everything. Like they want him to do all the work. So they just pass to him. And if you watch highlights, you can see, watch highlights of the last World Cup Argentina was in when they played terribly. Messi was like, he got the ball and they just all fucking sat back. Like they just watched. Like, all right, what can you do? What should we do, bro? Like, well, like you're the boss. Like, what do we do now? Like, come on. Like you have such talented players that they could be more successful than they are now. What is your opinion on Novakovic being red hot for Frozen? Novakovic, he was playing for the USA national team years ago. People kind of forgot about him. He wasn't really like a big name yet. But if he's red hot for his club team, then he deserves to have some recognition and get a call up from Berhalter because that's how you know. Like if you suddenly got into form like that, like maybe you weren't doing as well, but now you reach your peak. Like now you're in your prime. Perform. You deserve a call up. You deserve some recognition and see what you can do for the national team. So I would not be angry if Berhalter called up Novakovic. Atlanta has the biggest fan base. Who has the best fan base in MLS? Like top 5. Best fan base off the top of my head: Seattle Sounders, Portland, Atlanta, LAFC, Columbus Crew. Top 5 right there. Who do I think is the best team in MLS right now? Do a top 5? Come on, son. You're trying to get your boy Drew like that. You're gonna get me in trouble on these. Like people are gonna come after me. I can't do a top 5 off my head, but the best team, either LAFC or Atlanta United. One of those two. they're interchangeable. Maybe right now LAFC, because right now Atlanta does not have Joseph Martinez. Thoughts on Miami's first game? Disappointing. You know why? Because they don't have a big DP to really like spice things up. Where am I? Do I think Joseph Martinez will go to Europe? Not right now because he's injured. But if he was in perfect condition, he might be tempted. But I don't know. I feel like he really loves Atlanta United. I think they should sign a player like Ronaldo or Messi because they the big Hispanic community. All right, here's the thing about Ronaldo and Messi come to MLS. It's never going to happen. I don't think Messi or Ronaldo will ever come to MLS. Messi is never going to come to MLS because he wants to go and play for his home team, Newell's Old Boys, in Argentina. He said that countless of times that he wants to retire there after his time in Barcelona. Ronaldo, I don't know. I just don't see him ever wanting to play in MLS unless he's like 40 years old and he's got no other option. Young Snake. My team, Miles, is Philadelphia Union. Yeah, despite the Latin community for like to support Messi and Ronaldo, I still think in the grand scheme of things they wouldn't want to come. And if they do, they'll be super not the player they once were. Like Pele was when he came to USA. My top 3 derbies in MLS. Number 1, the LA Derby. This is hell probably from Columbus Crew and FC Cincinnati. It's not bad. Damn, what other derbies are there? New York Red Bulls and New York City FC. Oh, good question. How many goals is Jordan Morris going to have this season? Well, he's already got 2. Let's go ahead. You guys can quote me on this. Jordan Morris, if he keeps up the form he's going right now, he's going to have at least 22 goals this season. I have a good number. I have a good feeling about that number. All you can think about Lausanne is CONCACAF Champions League. Dude, same, bro. CONCACAF Champions League is going to be insane this year. I feel like MLS has a really good chance coming in this year. And we're going to cover that on the channel on Sunday. Don't forget. Top 5. I should do a video on top 5 realistic players from Europe that would like to see in MLS. Yeah, I think I did a video like that, like 5 players who should come to MLS. I think last season, but now I got to update that because one of them or 2 of them already has come here. So yes, Daniel Martinez, I will definitely do another video like that because I have been thinking about it actually. So I think that's actually a good idea now that I have some fan support out there. Oh wait, that was from Hector Flores. Sorry, that's shout out to you, bro. What the heck? He brought out what you mean old days. LAFC has only been around for 3 years. Okay. Drama. Drew, what are your realistic predictions for Inter Miami's record this season? Like my record, like how many wins and losses they'll have. That's kind of hard to predict, but I can tell you my realistic probably finishing probably close by to where I predicted earlier before the season started. 7th, 8th place, just missing out on the playoffs. I feel like they're going to have a slow start this season, but then eventually towards the middle, towards the end, they're going to start to pick up steam, pick up some form, and really get comfortable with their own team and then really start to recognize what kind of team they are. But I think by then it'll be too late to really get into the playoffs. So 7th, 8th place won't be that bad for the first season. It's not like they're finishing in last place like Cincinnati did. Do I really think an MLS team will sign like what Ronaldo at 40? Dude, if it's Ronaldo, any team will sign him because it's Ronaldo. Even if he's at 40 years old and he's playing the way he is now and he is built the way he is now, he might have a couple goals left in him, and I know for a fact MLS will capitalize on selling that name on the back of one of its MLS team's jerseys. Thoughts on Nashville SC so far, Drew? One game in. Can't be too harsh on them, can't be too critical, but kind of predicted this. I feel like they're not going to be a team who's going to get much success in their first season in MLS. Sorry, whoa. They might be like a Cincinnati type of team this year. And I really hope they're not, because they look like they could have Wow, sorry, all that beer I drank. I think they have lots of fan support, like a good fan base already, like a core fan base that could really carry them to one of the top supported teams in MLS. That could actually help them become a better team. But for right now, I think that bottom of the table finish for me this season. With Lozano failing in Napoli, there's a move to MLS team. Oh man, can you imagine that? Irvin Lozano coming to MLS after failing in Napoli. I don't think he's not doing as well as he was at PSV than he is right now in Napoli. But that would be pretty cool, seeing Irvin Lozano, the guy who's always been pinned up against our wonder boy Christian Pulisic. It's always like the American Pulisic or the Mexican Lozano, like who's better right now. Both young talents, both doing really well, but seems like Pulisic right now is doing better despite being injured. He's still doing better than Lozano, but I would love to see Irvin Lozano come here to MLS. I think he would actually fucking rip this team apart, this league apart. Chicharito will struggle for goals, in my opinion. Def won't get as much as Ibra. Maybe the team as a whole play better though. Yeah, maybe you're right, Miles. The team could probably play better as a whole. And Chicharito will definitely not get as many goals as Ibrahimovic did in his first season, even, or in total. Like they're totally different players. Ibra has a better skill, I believe, better hold of play, better finishing than Chicharito does. Chicharito needs like the support, the wing support, ball support. Like he needs assist support to really score goals. I don't see him as a player that can create goals from nothing like Ibra did, or just score crazy ass goals like Ibra. Let's see. Hector Flores, this would be an interesting idea. You could do a series on how you could fix struggling MLS teams. Oh, Hector, you mean like making a video of players from Europe that could come here to MLS to help a team in need in MLS? That actually won't be a good idea. Let me take a picture of that so I don't forget, because your boy Drew is buzzed and I forget stuff when I'm buzzed. All right, take a picture, Hector Flores. Hope you don't mind. I took a picture of your comment because I will give you a shout out if I do a video like that. But it seems like a really nice video, series to do, like how to help this struggling team this time can sign these players. Good idea, bro. I like that. Should MLS reduce playoff spots? Dude, MLS should definitely reduce playoff spots or get rid of playoff spots as a whole, because, like, come on. You finished in like the last place of the playoff spot. Like, you just barely made it in to the playoff spots just based off, let's say, goal differential, okay? Like, you just barely made it by luck. And then all of a sudden, you guys like have like some luck during the whole playoff competition, and you beat teams on penalties, or beat teams on like a controversial late equalizer or late winner, and then all of a sudden you're the best team in MLS. Like, no, like that's not cool. Like, if you finish top of the table, that should be it. You should be the champion, at least for that conference. If you finish top of the Eastern Conference and then top of the Western Conference, boom, the playoffs, those two teams, best Eastern Conference team, best Western Conference teams, headed off to see who is the real champion of MLS. Like, come on. That just makes more sense. Would Pogba come to MLS? Like Paul Pogba, not like his brother Pogba? No. Not anytime soon. Maybe in like 5-6 years, but not anytime soon. Is there a young player that Miami could build around that would be worth signing a whole ton of money as a designated player from Spain or South America? Damn, you're trying to make me think, bro. You're really trying to make me think, Anthony. A young player, like how young? Like teenager young? Doubt it. Maybe like 26, 27 years old. I'm sure there's some players out there who could offer some sort of like stability in that team to be like, you know what? I'm a good enough player where you can play around me. I'm sorry, build a team around me. There's definitely players, probably more so in Spain than South America. But off the top of my head, Anthony, I don't know. I'd have to go and do some research, look up some players who really aren't doing too well, too hot right now in Spain to really make a judgment on that, because I can't just pick a random player like, let's say, Isco from Madrid. If he came here, he would light it up, and he would definitely have a team built around him. But Isco come to MLS? Not anytime soon, probably not ever. But that's a good video idea. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that, Anthony. See, like sometimes when I am getting a little stumped here or some like writer's block and creative block in my head, I'm like, what kind of content can I make? You guys always come up as the real MVPs to help your boy draw, get some more creativity and some good video ideas. So thank you guys to both you and Hector Anthony for these good ideas. I want pro wild in this league. I want to see a big high attendance USL teams. Dude, Imperium. Imperium? Is that how you say it? Don't even get me started on pro ball because you guys know, if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, and if you guys have watched my promotion relegation videos, you guys know that promotion relegation would be cool to have here, but it does not need to be stable here, a thing here to save this league. I'm just going to go ahead and say, at least not right now. In the future, definitely. But right now, they're expanding too much. It'll just be way too complicated. We got to wait till MLS is finally settled. Like, you know what? We're not going to make any more expansion teams. Let's just settle on this league and then make promotion relegation. But for right now, out of nowhere, it wouldn't work out. But yes, the big improvement, the big benefit would be seeing USL teams coming out. The Canadian Championship is a good thing for Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. The Canadian Championship, I don't follow it, but that's they're in Canada. So that's their Canadian Championship. That's like their own thing. So that's good for them to win that. But like in the big scheme of things, like they're not really like counted everywhere. Like no one really thinks about it except like the fans of these teams. Like those are the three biggest teams I think in Canada, right? Like Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. One of those teams are going to win it, so it's not really a big surprise. I would love to see a smaller team, an underdog team, win it, and then go to the CONCACAF Champions League and see like what they got there. Like that'd be pretty cool. Imagine MLS had relegation. If MLS had relegation, Cincinnati would never make it back, dude. Probably not. There'd probably be like a Wigan Athletic in the Premier League where they fall off and eventually get to like the third tier of English soccer. Miami should buy Aguero. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't. That would first of all, he would destroy this league. You guys think Ibra was good? Aguero to MLS, he would score tons of goals. But yeah, he would definitely need a team around him to build. Did you watch? I didn't watch Nationals debut live. I did watch the highlights and some recaps on it, and I wasn't too impressed. Gonzalo Higuain or Sergio Aguero come to MLS and play for Miami as a designated player. I could actually totally see both of these teams. Both of these players coming to not just Miami but MLS as a whole. So I would keep my mind and the door open always for these two tremendous strikers. Can you take a picture of me? Roger C, give me a good video, a topic idea, and I will take a picture of your comment. I promise you. I would love to see the CONCACAF Champions League be like the CONMEBOL Libertadores. Dude, I would love to see CONCACAF Champions League get the respect that the Copa Libertadores gets. Like it's like obviously the biggest tournament in South America. It's like one of the biggest tournaments in the world. I would love to see CONCACAF's tournament like that get some not just hate, but like some good recognition, good support. Because like I freaking hate all the hate that and like the bashing that this tournament and our league gets. Like these European people don't know what they're talking about. Sebastian Soto could play for Mexico or Chile. He could, but we're gonna hope that he does not. A watch party for USL. When is? Oh yeah, you're right. USL does come back. I just forget the date. USL League. If you say USL. Yeah, when does that come back? Because that comes back like pretty soon. Oh. It comes back today. USL starts today at 10 o'clock. So consider this kind of live watch along, but I don't even have access to watch it. But what I love about USL is that there's so many cool teams, like team names: Indy 11, Memphis 901, OKC Energy, like San Antonio, like Phoenix Rising, like such cool names here that don't really have to rely on FC or United or Real. Like for the most part, they're all pretty cool. I love the look and the atmosphere of USL. and they deserve lots of more respect. And you're right, I should be covering this league a lot more because that's part of U.S. soccer as well. Oh, I'm getting lost. Which cities do you think possibly deserve an MLS team that haven't been awarded one? A team that deserves one, Phoenix Rising. I think Phoenix is a team that really deserved it. Um, I would love to see Memphis or Las Vegas get it. That would be pretty cool. I'm surprised Nashville got a team too. Thoughts? My thoughts on Alexi Lawless. Come on, why I gotta do me like that and do Alexis like that? Like, if I had the privilege or like the honor to talk to Alexi or be on his freaking podcast, I would love it. I would love to talk to him about soccer. I would love to ask him questions. He like I have a love-hate relationship with him. He says stupid stuff and then like in his Twitter and everything to get like American soccer fans like us riled up. But also he says stuff that's like meaningful and like really has some purpose to it. And like he really wants us to like not just come up with all these things we want in the league to make it grow, but also a way for us to accomplish that goal that we want, the way we want our league to grow. Like, you guys get what I'm saying? But yeah, he's all right. Can we still lose Cameron Carter Vickers to England national team, or did he already make a commitment to USA? I don't think we would lose Carter Vickers to England because he can't even get a freaking game. For his main team of Tottenham Hotspur, they've been loaning him out for like 10 years. It feels like he's never once made a real appearance for Tottenham Hotspur. So I doubt he'd ever want to represent England. Indy 11 and Phoenix Rising, yes, two teams that deserve. Yeah, Indy 11 is yes another team who deserves an MLS expansion team, or at least a chance to play in MLS, like promotion relegation. Wow. So is that true, Lander? New Mexico United are USL leaders in attendance. That's pretty cool. That having a team Southwest like that. You're right, guys. That would be actually really really cool to see, and much needed. Birmingham Legion, the best name in USL. Yeah. So I had the screen pulled up here, for USL. There's New Mexico United. San Diego Loyal, that's pretty cool. Isn't that Landon Donovan's team? Like that stupid crest. Swope Park Rangers, like Charlotte Independence, like they have such like RGV Toros. Like, who's that? I got to do my research on this league because I don't even know. I think they definitely had some new acquisition or some new expansion teams in USL. Reno 1868, that's fucking dope. Yeah. I freaking love USL names. They're the best, and I would love to see these teams get a chance to play in MLS. That'd be great, or at least get to like play in the U.S. Open Cup where they actually have a chance to get far enough to maybe even win it. Like that would be a USL team winning. And guys, think about this: a USL team, a league where like the U.S. Soccer Federation doesn't really give a crap about. Like they say they do, but you guys know that they don't. Like they had USL, they made all these like little promotional relegation things just for USL itself. That way, it's like fans like us, like, yeah, we got Pro Rel, it's in USL, check it out. Like they don't care about USL. Their main focus is MLS. So can you imagine a USL team winning the MLS Cup or the US Open Cup against an MLS team? Dude, I would definitely love to see any USL team beat one of the biggest teams in MLS in the US Open Cup, whether it be LAFC, Atlanta United, New York City FC. I would love to see them lose to USL team. That way, the MLS CEOs and also the U.S. Soccer Federation people are like, whoa, USL team won? Like what? Like I thought they weren't really that good. Like nobody cares about USL. Like, bro, we do. Dude, how awesome would that be? Calgary FC have eliminated Vancouver last year in Canadian Championship because the new league here. Dude, don't apologize for being a Canadian soccer fan. I think you guys like that. You guys growing soccer there too is also a big deal. The Canadian national team becoming more of a big powerhouse in CONCACAF. Defeating the USA. They did lose after, but still they would totally demolish the USA 2-0 in Toronto that game. Like that was crazy. Like Canada is definitely a team who's coming up. Little dark horse there. A team who's getting better as the years go by, and I think their league should be like more recognized and also get some more like talent in there. If you think about it, like if the Canadian Premier League, like the soccer league, got really big in Canada, would they want to keep teams like Toronto or Vancouver and Montreal? Like that would, that's something to really think about. Like, will they want to stay in their home country or keep traveling to USA to play in the MLS, the USA soccer league? Here's what they improve on all this. Part what? They need to let Charlotte get the final spot. Then they let the newest MLS expansion teams get suited in. Part 2, MLS create MLS 2 and grab MLS teams with high attendance rates, and with the MLS expansion team bidder from USL, Phoenix Rising, LA, Las Vegas. They enter with a low price or for free. They let MLS 2 and their teams build up a couple years. Imperium. That's a good fucking idea. I like that. See, I love we can all just freaking talk about stuff the way we can fix the league. See that, Alexis? We have stuff sorted out. Yeah, I would like that. That actually sounds like a good idea. Having MLS 2 build itself and then eventually have like those teams go up to the MLS, like, and that would make more sense. MLS 2 would make more sense than like having it some kind of different name like USL. Like people still get confused. So like totally revamping, scrapping the USL stuff and revamping it, MLS 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. It just makes the most sense. What if if MLS two Afritas. What if MLS had Pro Rel but with 30 teams and 2 conferences? Okay, 30 teams total Pro Rel. I would obviously be 15 teams in each conference. Bottom 2 teams of each conference would get relegated, and the top 2 from the league under it would get promoted. That's how I would like to see it, at least. Alex Prado, would like to see CONCACAF clubs play in a Copa Libertadores. We just covered that earlier in this video, but quick recap. Quick recap. We would get demolished, but we would get some good money revenue probably. You're gonna move to England just to see Pro Rel. You can follow it on the league. I mean, it's pretty fun to follow like the promotion playoff at the end of the season. It's at Wembley, the big stadium in England. It's pretty funny. I mean, not funny. It's pretty cool and interesting to see like these teams and these fans come and support and get so excited to see their team get promoted to the big leagues. Like that's what we need. Like, can you imagine a team like Indy 11 against Phoenix Rising? The freaking promotion playoff. Who's gonna get into the MLS? It would they could make so much money off that shit here in MLS and USA Soccer. I don't know why I don't think like that. Like they would make so much money. Did I hear about Atletico Ottawa? No, I did not hear about Atletico Ottawa. I know they're their team, right? Or they used to be, or what's going on with them? See, I gotta do my research on USL. I've been way too obsessed just with MLS, and that's not what this channel is about. We gotta cover everything about US soccer, men and women. My women videos don't do too well, so I don't do them as much. I kind of wait for like the World Cups or like big tournaments like that, but they're gonna win everything. What's the big deal? They're gonna win. We know they're gonna win. They're the best freaking team in the world. Those are our girls. I swear this needs to. Okay, David, Busty, Piet, Kai, the future of Canada, dude. Davis definitely. It's left back. Like it was weird to see he's like a left forward, but also can play left back. He can play that whole left wing, left winger, left midfield, left back, the whole thing. At Bayern Munich, he's a starter, dude. Over David Alaba, like come on, this guy is the real deal. And MLS did well to mold a player like that. Just remember, he came from MLS. Because I really hope that he does really well. I hope that that Davis does really well at Bayern Munich and in Europe in general, because people always remember, hey, he came from MLS, bro. That's an MLS player. We created that guy. And also K is also a good player. He's LAFC. Yep. All right. MLS 2 teams must have a soccer-specific stadium. Yeah. So real quick about soccer-specific stadiums, I'm a big fan of them. Every team hopefully gets a soccer-specific stadium because I hate seeing teams playing in these giant 90,000 NFL stadiums and like there's only like 10,000 people there. It just makes the league look really, really bad. It makes like the appearance look like nobody watches soccer. When in reality, like there's a couple 100,000 of us here in the USA who watch and support MLS, like American soccer or just soccer in general. What time is it? Oh, I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna give you guys until 10 o'clock, and then I gotta go because I gotta go to work tomorrow. I work at 6 a.m. unfortunately, but it's fine. Whatever. Tomorrow we got lots of games to watch. I hope you guys are able to watch them. Let's just watch them. So if you guys want questions, ask them now. What MLS teams do you think doesn't deserve their spot and should be relocated to? What MLS team does not deserve their spot? I don't know. Cincinnati. Cincinnati. I swear this whole live stream feels like I'm just shitting on Cincinnati, but I really don't. I like the city, but for an MLS team, not impressive at all in the slightest. Yeah, probably just Cincinnati. How many assists would Kevin De Bruyne have at MLS? Come on, Alex Prado. A lot. He would probably have. But you also got to think he's gonna be in a team where a player will be able to finish his good passes to make him assist. Like if he has all these cool passes and like all these good crosses and passes through balls into the box for like their strikers or whatever, those strikers are gonna have to be able to finish them. Otherwise, it won't be assists, right? So it depends on the team he's on. If he's on like a good team like LAFC or like Atlanta United with a healthy Jose Martinez, this dude would probably have like, I don't know, like 30 plus assists, and his team would probably be the winners of every trophy in MLS. Yeah. Let me check that. All right, everything looks good. I had like a weird notification on my screen. Let's see. Where am I at? Do you see Giovanni Reina succeeding in the Bundesliga? Yes, right now playing for Dortmund, a team who's molded players like Christian Pulisic. They've molded great youth talent there at Dortmund. They're like they're like the German Ajax. Okay, they're good, but they know how to mold young talent. And I think that he will succeed in the Bundesliga. Maybe. I mean, he's now he's starting to be on the bench a lot, so he's actually making the first team like week in and week out. So that's a good sign for us USA fans because he looks like he's going to be the real deal pretty soon. He's only what, like 16 years old, 16, 17 years old. That's insane, insane, bro. Hey, Drew, what do you think about the Oh yeah, the Chicago Fire rebranded. Nice question, Abel Vasquez. I was actually gonna make a video about this when it all came out, but I was like, you know what? They're already getting too much hate. They don't need your boy Drew to go and hate on them as well. I think that the rebranding, while I admire and support the decision to really try to rebrand their team and really try to market it better and so get like maybe more revenue or get it more popular among MLS fans or just US soccer fans in general. I think they went about it the wrong way. You know, their crest looks weird. Like it just looks like it doesn't belong here in the MLS. The Olympic Stadium is a good stadium for the MTL for Montreal and CONCACAF. Olympic Stadium, definitely. What other leagues do I follow? I follow MLS a lot, but also I follow everything, like the big ones. I follow the English, the Premier League. I follow La Liga, probably the most out of European soccer. The Bundesliga I follow pretty well. French league, I don't really care about. Italian league, whatever, not too big for me. I try to follow the Peruvian league a little bit because I am Peruvian, so I try to see like if Sporting Cristal is doing well in the league. That's my family's team, but they suck. But for the most part, that's it. I do follow Liga MX as well. There's like 16 USL teams with future soccer specific stadiums and with some ready. Yes, that's good. Always a good sign. Hey, hey, Dominic. All right, Imperium. You said, did I see the new Louisville FC Stadium? I did not. Let's look it up right now. I wish I could was like a really good editor where I could like put what I'm searching on the screen right now so you guys could see it with me. But like I suck at it. And you guys probably know by just watching my videos. Like I don't have any cool graphics or nothing. I just sit there, talk to the mic about the facts. Wow. This stadium though looks freaking dope. If you guys are watching right now, definitely Google if you can. If you're driving, first of all, I respect you trying to listen to me while you drive. But second of all, don't you dare pick up that phone. But when you park and you're at home, look up the Louisville FC Stadium. Like that thing looks nice. Not the nicest stadium I've seen. That still belongs to Atlanta United, but still a really, really good stadium. I lost you guys. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Can I get a wait? Where am I? Can I get a shout out, please? I'm a big fan. Yo, what's up, Dominic? Thanks for supporting the channel. A quick facts if you want like a big shout out or your name on the screen or me take a picture of you of your name, send me a good video topic that you think that you would want me to cover, that you think would be a good idea for me to cover. Definitely give you a big shout out, and to anybody who gives me a good video topic, because I'm always looking for video topics, because sometimes I'm a little slow up there. Drew, what MLS teams, in your opinion, have the best track record of developing homegrown talent and having them transfer to Europe and succeed? Homegrown talent, just homegrown as itself. I'd probably go with FC Dallas. Let's see who else we got. New York Red Bulls. I think they had some pretty decent. Like they had Tyler Adams, right? Tyler Adams was New York Red Bulls player, and now he's playing for RP Leipzig, one of their best players in that team, and also one of the best prospect potential players for USA. Yeah, I'd be comfortable with FC Dallas. Probably DC United. Wait, DC United? Nah. FC Dallas and New York Red Bulls. Case closed. I lost you guys again. There you are. The Brazil Serie A. I don't really follow Brazil too much. Well, you should follow Flamengo, the Brazilian league. Yeah, I mean, the Flamengo win something really big, or the Copa Libertadores, or something. Oh, Lander 484. Thoughts on more Liga MX players starting to come to MLS? I think that's really good. I think that shows that it could be that MLS is starting to be a better destination for players to play out their careers here in MLS, not just finish their careers, but also start them or rejuvenate them here in MLS. I think that's good. I think like the league is looking brighter probably than Liga MX is. So that's probably why a lot of Liga MX players are coming to MLS. What's up, Fire Ninja Sports? That's a cool name. The Chinese Super League canceled their season due to the coronavirus. Serie A games will be playing in an empty stadium. Yes. Okay, quick fact about the coronavirus. Look, I work in healthcare. I work in a hospital. We have meetings about this all the time. I get emails all the time about the updates and whatever. And basically, you don't have to be like wearing a mask all the time. All my pharmacist friends, everyone in the pharmacy are talking about, look, you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to stay in your house the whole time. Just be aware of your surroundings. Wash your hands. Don't touch your freaking eyes. Don't touch your mouth when you're in public. If you're out and you want to eat a sandwich, make sure you're sanitizing or washing your hands first. Like that's all you gotta do. You just gotta be healthy. You gotta be careful and aware of what you're doing with your hands. Like that's the biggest way for you to get sick. I think that's the most serious thing I ever talked about on this channel. Besides my one I'm sorry video, which I kind of want to delete, but that's how I am. I'll talk about something really personal on the channel. You guys can check that out if you want. What do you do if Mexico moved to CONMEBOL? What would I do if Mexico moved to CONMEBOL? Nothing. If they want to go to CONMEBOL, whatever. But That's like a geographical thing. So I don't think they really go to CONMEBOL. I think Mexico would probably go to CONMEBOL thinking, yeah, we probably have a good chance, but they would get there and be like, look, the Copa America, the World Cup playoffs, like that is a really big uh, skill and ability separation from CONCACAF. Like they're way better than we are. I'm not afraid to say it. South American teams are way better, and Mexico would probably struggle to reach World Cups, and they're not going to have Graham Zusi to save them this time. Oh wait, Anthony Mazzano, where'd you go? Wait, I thought I covered this one already. Anthony Mazzano, the what team I think has the best track record of performing, of producing homegrown players and having them succeed in U.S. and European soccer. I said I think FC Dallas is pretty good. Oh, Columbus Crew, they just had Zach Steffen. That's a good one, and probably also New York Red Bulls, just based off Tyler Adams and some other players. I hope that helps. For USL Stadium though. Yeah, for USL Stadium, that Louisville Stadium is great. V Flores just joined. We're about to finish. I'm sorry. I'll say, how about this? I'll stay 10 more minutes just because I love you guys. And I think my girlfriend's asleep upstairs, so I have time to hang out with the boys. Who is the best Peruvian player? Let's see. It's not Edison Flores. It's freaking number 9, Pablo Guerrero. That is the best player right now for Peruvian soccer. And just for the Peruvian national team. What is up, Drew Crew? Drew Crew, it's Jibble. Yo, shout out to It's Jibble for helping or giving me this idea of the cool name that I can call you guys as a unit, the Drew Crew. I think that's pretty cool. And it rhymes, and I like rhymes, like Dr. Seuss. What is your prediction for Cruises over LAFC? That prediction, Mr. Flores, is gonna come. Not Sunday. It's gonna be Saturday night. I'm gonna predict all the CONCACAF Champions League game in one video. So make sure you come back, man. Will you go to the stadium and support the Union this season? Hey, Abel, I think you asked me this last year. Yes, I really, really want to, and my girlfriend's actually pushing me to go to the stadium in real life when she would be willing to go with me, which is really good because I haven't really had anybody to go with, and I don't want to go by myself. Like I'm not part of like that Ben Frank, the Sons of Ben people that's like the whole crew for the Union that go there to support the Philadelphia Union team. I would really want to go to the stadium in real life and really just vlog the whole experience for you guys. Like, that'd be such a cool idea. But I'm really gonna try and do that. It's not even that much money. They're cheap. It's like $20 a ticket. It's nothing. Covering how you would save Chicago's team. I know we just got a few good players, or our D still sucks, and all of our starter. I like that idea, Matthew. I'm gonna take a picture, if you don't mind, of that comment and give you a shout out if I decide to use that video topic. I like that. Drew here, my favorite team. Drew here on my favorite teams: Barca, Juve, Dortmund, and Man City. Yeah, man, those are good teams. Barca and Juventus, that's cool. See, like a Messi and Ronaldo, like opposite teams. That's cool. Yeah, Barca, that's probably one of my favorite teams as well. Is New York City FC ever going to go into an actual stadium? Hopefully. Hopefully New York City will have its own soccer-specific stadium. Liverpool lost their first game against Watford. Yeah, Liverpool are looking like they're losing their mental strength there. Klopp's got to do something to wake their asses up again. What is the USL prediction? My USL predictions? I don't have any because I have not been following too closely, so I don't know what team is good and what team is not. But apparently, New Mexico United is like the number one supported team, so I'm going to go with New Mexico United winning the whole thing. Yeah, Paulo Guerrero plays for International in Brazil. Yes, he does, but he is the best Peruvian player currently for the national team of Peru. Rhode Island is getting an USL team. Dude, I forgot about Rhode Island. I forgot they were an actual stadium. I mean, an actual state. province. Hi, Drew. How the new expansion teams are? How far? Louis Monroe. Hey, it's my second father, I think. Louis Monroe. The expansion teams are doing good. The new expansion team in the league right now, disappointing. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. If they played against each other, I wouldn't know who to go for. Probably Inter Miami. Is a union atmosphere even good? Yes, I've seen videos and follow stuff on Twitter that the the union's atmosphere and their games in Philadelphia are actually really good. So I would love to go. Paul Tucker, Rhode Island, out of balance. Paul Tucker. Do you watch any other sports? I really don't watch any other sports. Fire Ninja Sports. I don't watch anything. If there was a sport called Fire Ninja Sports, bet your ass I would watch that. But besides soccer, I don't really follow anything really too closely. If I do, it's just based off what my parents or family are watching. Like if they're watching like football, they'll probably go for the Eagles or the Chargers so we can bolt up. But for the most part, not really. Man City got relegated to League 2 and Man City relegated. That'd be crazy. Joe, what famous soccer player would you want them to do a biopic on as a soccer fan? A biopic. Messi. Messi or Ronaldo. Like those two players, that would be like a field. People will have a field day writing a biopic for that. Yes, Imperium, don't worry. I'm going to refresh myself and re-educate myself on USL content because you're right. I need to support more USL teams and the league itself because, it starts with us. We all come together and support that league. Second father, yo. Did you have been inside the MLS Stadium, Montreal? It's a big stadium. I have not been to Montreal at all, so I have not been to the Montreal Stadium. But I would love to go not just to the stadium, but to the city itself, or to Canada in general. I just want to travel. Do I think Liverpool will win the Champions League again? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do against Atletico Madrid next week, so that's scary. But they are definitely favorites. Barcelona, I'll tell you, is not a favorite. They suck. My two favorites I would go ahead and say is Liverpool and probably Bayern Munich. I go for Hartford Athletic and USL, to Atlanta United and Flamengo. That's good. You know what I love about American soccer fans is that we have MLS teams we support. But we also have like separate teams that we like around the world. Like I always thought it was weird for liking like a team in England and like in Barcelona or like in some other team in MLS. I'm like, I don't have to pick one person because these European fans are gonna get crabby with me if I say I support all these teams. Don't piss off. Is it worth going to see the Red Bulls? Luis Monroe, my second father. No. I don't like the Red Bulls. I don't like the Red Bull teams anywhere. Do I watch some Liga MX games? Yeah, I do watch some Liga MX games, but I don't really talk about them because this is mostly a American soccer content. I usually only talk about Liga MX teams during CONCACAF Champions League preview videos. How about Pale? 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 What is that? I feel like a bum. I just searched up pale and Google Guimoli is like pale women. Freddie Adu, the GOAT. Yeah. The GOAT to flop. Messi is the GOAT? Yeah, definitely. What do you think about, and this isn't specific to soccer, about having multiple teams in one city like New York City and LA? I feel like there are too many teams in LA in both MLS and NFL. Yeah, I agree. I feel like LA is cluttered with teams, sports teams in general, but I think they have the fan support to really support those teams for the most part, unless it's Chivas. But it makes sense in a way. In a business perspective, it makes sense. But as like a fan perspective, you're like, you know what? Give some of that USL expansion, like that, this expansion teams to other cities that deserve it. But we'll get there eventually. You know what would be really cool? Having NFL have promotion relegation. How crazy would that be? Which teams do you support? Which teams do I support? I support number one right here, Barcelona. And I'm not a glory hunter. I've been supporting Barcelona for like over 10 years now. Like, wow. 2009, 2010 is when I started really getting into soccer more. So I started supporting Barcelona, Philadelphia Union in England, Liverpool, I guess. Like I used to be like, but now that they won so much stuff, like the fans are so annoying that I just can't stand the atmosphere of Liverpool. So I kind of been fading away, like keeping my distance from Liverpool. But right now, Philadelphia Union, Barcelona, and Borussia Dortmund. All right, this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last questions. Last minute of the live stream because I gotta go. I can. I gotta go to work tomorrow. No one in specific cities. Messi's the GOAT, definitely. Do you think the CONCACAF Champions needs some reforms, and what do they think they should be? Um, that's a big question. Yeah, CONCACAF Champions League does need some reform. Does need some more marketable. It needs better TV rights to get it public out there. Like Copa Libertadores is, like UEFA Champions League is. Like they need some more popularity. That way, it can earn some more revenue and really pay its winning teams more money. And in the long run, be a better tournament, a tournament where teams really take it more seriously than they do now. Would I be happy if Pulisic went to Real Madrid? No, because I hate Real Madrid. But as an American soccer fan, I would love it because they would hopefully develop him better and hopefully not make him flop. Who's going to win La Liga? Barca or Real Madrid? Real Madrid's going to win it because Barcelona suck right now because their board sucks and the team is too Messi dependent and it's the Club de Amigos. And that's not good. How about a biopic on Pele? Pele? Yeah, that'd be cool. Barca, yikes. Yeah. Why can't MLS bring some really good players? They've got the money. Um, because everyone thinks that the league is a retirement league, or the leagues here don't get the league here does not get the respect it deserves, not just in this country but around the world. So it has it's tarnished, and also we can't pay these big players that much money. Like if you go to China in the Chinese Super League, they have tremendous talented players there because they're paying like $2 million every day, lots of money. That's why. Salary cap. If we lose the salary cap, we'll probably get some more players because we could probably pay them better. But in the long run, what would that mean? That means we're a league like China where people just come just for the money. All right. This is the last question I'm going to answer. Will LAFC beat Cruz Azul? Oh, wait. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night when I give you guys my prediction video of the CONCACAF Champions League quarterfinals. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you guys so much for asking all these great questions. Gave me some good video ideas for the future. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. This channel is live because of you guys. Thank you so much. I hope to do another live stream with you guys soon because this is actually really, really fun. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for kicking with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, wait, I can't. I have to actually end the stream. All right. Peace.